Yes, it is I, the Dalek Emperor. Welcome to another Dalekcast. We have a lot of questions today. So, first comes from Andrew Kirkbride. It reads, Nuke Top 5. Okay, that's, no, questions first. We built Death Wheels. It's supposed to be in the form of a question, dear. Did you meet the Dalek Genesis in the Dalekcast? What? Do you mean the Dalek geneticist? Yes. Yes. They're a faction that normally just like... those factions, the geneticist Dalek, are very green faction. They like their casings very, very vibrant and green apparently, and they're normally focused on like splicing genomes and all that malarkey. Did you, okay, next is Nuke's top 5. What? Topton's scary ghost video? What? Okay, I'll try and find a ghost video, top 10 ghost video, okay. Yes, okay. Okay, so let me have a look. Okay, so, right, so the first question comes from, from Jamie Alberding. It reads, on Tuesday, could you please react to what? I'm confused on what you're talking about. Okay, so we have 4 videos here. We have the first one made by Dalek Bumps. Okay, no, hold on. So this Dalekcast, it reads, could you please react to this, could you name this Dalekcast, Dalekcast hashtag 254, the Munificent is the Deadliest Battlecruiser in all of Star Wars, okay. Warhammer 40k, I was supposed to be, waiting for idea from Badwolf66 saying that, but you know what? I'll answer it here. But the question is, can you like make story like original stories that that don't constantly focus on the RTD era? And yes, I'll definitely do that. If you could send me your ideas through the hashtag Dalekcast video ideas thing, then you can, then I will consider that a possibility. Anyway, but yeah, if you could send me some of those ideas, then that'd be perfectly fine, because let's just say, yes, my ideas are highly, are not original, let's just say, sometimes, but anyway. have a lot of reactions to go through. First is Dalek Bumps. The next is YouTuber Planets 360, and another is Warhammer, another Warhammer 40k thing. It's called Law in 10 Minutes. Mice of the Munificent. I've no idea what a Munificent Battlecruiser is. YouTuber one 12518. Okay. Anyway, let's have a look at all of them. All credit will go to those YouTubers, and I do not claim ownership of any of these videos. Let's observe. I will of course ask permission first. Okay, so this is the first video. It is called Time for the Daleks to Take a Break. And you know what, I couldn't agree more. I have to say, with some of the recent stories that some of my Daleks in, they have stated that they feel like they've been overworked by Chris Chibnall and Stephen Moffat, and a little bit of RTD to some extent. But yeah, I think what RTD said about saying that the Dalek should be on a break is the right thing to do, and to be honest, in my opinion, I think I might need a break from the main events that happen in the Doctor Who universe, and maybe venture out further beyond the stars into the unknown regions. See if we can take over some planets that we haven't conquered yet. It kind of makes sense with the whole what Bad Wolf said to me on Discord. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look.
Lead up to the release of Doctor Who's 60th anniversary special,
yes,
Russell T Davies himself has revealed that for the first series of this new era under his tenure as showrunner, there will be no Daleks making an appearance. According to him, the Daleks need a break. Quite a few people have asked me for my thoughts on this, and you've probably already seen a lot of other Doctor Who YouTubers talking about it, so I thought I'd make a quick video to share my views on this revelation.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I might need to venture out into the unknown regions. I've seen a couple of Daleks there. Maybe they can find some beings to conquer.
As a Dalek-themed channel, you're probably expecting me to have a negative reaction to this news, and I won't lie, upon hearing this, my initial thoughts were negative. After all, as a Dalek fan, I'm really looking forward to the next Dalek episode written for the new Doctor in the new era, now that Russell is back as showrunner. Not only that, but I'm eager for the Daleks to make their comeback in Doctor Who, now that the show will have an expanded new audience thanks to the Disney Plus deal. But after taking a moment to process the lack of Daleks in the new series, I can't deny that the decision makes a lot of sense, and could actually benefit the Daleks greatly in the long run. I was a big fan of Chris Chibnall.
Yeah, it does in fact benefit the Daleks, in my opinion. I am considering on visiting some worlds that haven't been visited by the Doctor or any other being, so that could work, yes, actually.
Dalek stories, both in their conception and their execution.
Correct.
Having a Dalek special each new year was a great treat, far superior to the time
seemed a bit overused, in my opinion,
under Russell and Moffat. But just as the Christmas special took a much needed break and is now making its return to much fanfare and mirth, perhaps the time has come for the Daleks themselves to do the same. Don't get me wrong, I'm still somewhat disappointed that we probably won't be getting a new Dalek story for over a year, perhaps even longer, but it seems like the majority of the fan base, as well as casual viewers of the show, agree that the Daleks should take a short hiatus while the show focuses on new things. The fact that we've had at least one Dalek appearance per series for the past 13 seasons is a double-edged sword. It's great for Dalek.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing. Since every time we've battled the Doctor, we always seem to fail, so I'm thinking, well, quite recently we tried to hunt down Beat the Meat, but apparently Unit and the Doctor stepped in and we immediately disappeared again. So, yeah, maybe we need a break from the Doctor and venture out into the unknown regions.
Dalek lovers like me, but the longer this goes on, the more susceptible the Daleks as a concept will be to words like overused, tired, or worst of all, boring. So Russell's decision to put the Daleks on ice for a few years to focus on new things can only be a good thing for them in the long run. They'll have a break from the show, give people time to start missing them, and then hopefully make a triumphant return that puts them back on top form. Given that the 3 Dalek stories that Russell has written so far have the same basic story beats, you can guarantee one of 2 things is going to happen when the Daleks do return. We'll either get the classic Russell recipe of Daleks invading Earth with a giant fleet and then being blown up at the end with a Deus Ex Machina, or we'll get something radically different as Russell tries something brand new with them that breaks his previous mould and takes them in a new direction. Either of these things, a classic Dalek invasion storyline or a brand new approach that we haven't seen before, will be ideal for bringing the Daleks back for their big return after some time away. If the rumours that Ncuti Gatwa is only doing 2 seasons are true, then perhaps the Daleks' return will lead to the Doctor's regeneration, or perhaps Ncuti will be to the Daleks as Pertwee was to the Cybermen, and we simply won't see the Doctor battle their old enemies again until they regenerate into their next incarnation. Either way, Dalek fans need not fear a drought, as while the Daleks will allegedly not be appearing in Series 14/Season 1, there is still a strong chance that we will be getting new Dalek content in some form between now and the start of Series 15 or Season 2. It looks like the Children in Need short for this year will be set on Skaro before the Daleks take over, which should be fun. And don't forget, there are plenty of Doctor Who spin-off ideas floating around, several of which seem to have strong evidence, occasionally coming from Russell T Davies himself, that they will happen at some point. A villain spin-off series is the most likely contender, which will undoubtedly have at least one episode dedicated to the Daleks. There's also the long-awaited 8th Doctor TV series spin-off starring Paul McGann, which is strongly rumoured to be in the pipeline at last, thanks to the Disney Plus.
Oh god, I hope it better not be Spider Daleks. We don't want Spider Daleks again, do we? But yeah, I'm on the fence saying, I think not only do we need a break, not only do the Daleks need to take a break, but I think we need, but I think what the Daleks need to do for the time being away from the Doctor is to venture out into the unknown regions and see what other races we can conquer. The universe is vastly vastly wide. So I think visiting some of those worlds and invading would be a detriment.
Deal, and will likely feature Daleks in some capacity if it...
No, not a detriment. It'd be a what am I saying? It'd be a good idea, an advantage to increase the wider range of space, because it's a small... Yes, because in my opinion, it's a bit of a small galaxy in this world that we conquer. So I think visiting other worlds throughout the galaxy, throughout the entire universe, would be a step in the right direction, because we're currently in the Milky Way galaxy, so we could go into another galaxy. I will start preparations on seeing what other planets there are.
is set during or just before the Time War. And who knows, any other given Doctor Who spin-off could potentially feature Daleks. Perhaps we'll see them have a rematch with Unit in the Kate Stewart series, or face off against a classic companion if the likes of Mel, Jo, Tegan or Ace get their own spin-off one day. In the meantime, there's lots and lots of Dalek content for us to enjoy. If you're looking for new Dalek stories and you haven't taken the plunge into the Big Finish audios yet, I'd recommend starting with one of the classics like Jubilee or Blood of the Daleks to get an idea of whether the audio format works for you. If you've listened to Big Finish in the past but fell off when they switched to box sets, the Time War audio series with Paul McGann has some fantastic Dalek stories and fills a very interesting gap in the Doctor's story by depicting the early days of the Time War, where the Doctor tries to help where he can but will not fight. And if audio dramas aren't your thing, there are tons of great Dalek stories in comic, novel or audiobook format that you can check out. The recently released Liberation of the Daleks comic, which is confirmed to be the Doctor's first official story, some of the classics like Emperor of the Daleks or Children of the Revolution, or the undisputed king of Dalek stories in book form, Prisoner of the Daleks by Trevor Baxendale. And now that the classic series is on iPlayer, you can travel back down the timeline of the show and watch classic Dalek stories that you haven't seen for a while, or watch them for the first time if you haven't seen any yet. I'm going to spend this period of Dalek exile brushing up on my knowledge of Dalek comic lore and old...
Yes, as for me, I'm probably gonna, as I said, venture out into the unknown regions and see, because the unknown regions do exist, yes, visiting planets that I have not seen yet. It could be a clear advantage to the Daleks.
Dalek lore from the Wilderness years, and I'll also have to schedule in a full rewatch of all the New Who Dalek stories so I can finally get round to writing reviews of the Moffat-era Dalek episodes. The show itself might be taking a break from the Daleks, but in 2024 you will still be able to find weekly Dalek content right here at Dalek Bumps.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, so...
don't forget to click below to subscribe to
Dalek Bumps.
Yes, very funny. Anyway, so we have this next video made by Planet 360, and it's basically a Daleks versus Unit stop motion test. But yeah, I do agree that we need to consider possibilities of going away from Earth, away from all of the planets that we recently know and despise. Who knows? Maybe we could, maybe there could be a new form of alien race, cyborg, that has the same kind of xenophobic hatred for other beings, and maybe we could take over. But who knows? I will begin plans immediately. And who knows, maybe I could think of new plans to increase the Dalek hierarchy and empire and victories. Find new ways to achieve it. Anyway, let's observe this next video, which was made by Planet 360. It was made about 2 years ago. Let's observe it. Is that the Brigadier? There they are. Exterminate the exterminate unit. Annihilate unit. Oh dear, well he's dead. I don't think that was a Brigadier, I think that was another...
We will exterminate you now!
I think those are just some unit soldiers. Oh dear. Oh yeah, that was a Brigadier. That guy, I have no idea who that is, but...
Exterminated!
Yeah.
All will be exterminated!
All will be exterminated. exterminated. Okay, so this video is a Warhammer 40k video. You know how much Jamie Elverding and Bad Wolf like Warhammer 40k, so let's have a look at it. Apparently this is called Lore Warhammer 40k. Apparently it's all about what it's all about. What is Warhammer 40k all about? Let's observe.
Our story begins with the godlike being of immense power known only as the Emperor, uniting the warring factions of Earth and embarking on the Great Crusade to reunite all of mankind's lost colonies. He did this by creating 20 legions of post-human genetically engineered badasses known as Space Marines, each with an even more ridiculously OP Primarch to lead them. Well, unfortunately, the four gods of chaos, who weren't really into that sort of thing, intervened and scattered the Primarchs across the universe while still in their infancy. Rather annoyed by this, the Emperor led the legions across the galaxy.
Wait, what? Primarch? No way! Not the store Primarch, but okay. So these guys are like superior Space Marine things.
Reclaiming, subjugating, or annihilating every world they could find, gradually picking up the lost Primarchs along the way. Eventually, the Emperor decided there were more important things to do and retired from his career of galaxy plundering to go and muck about with ancient science back on Earth, leaving his favourite Primarch Horus in command of the Crusade. All was going well until the chaos-tainted chaplain Erebus engineered a plot in which Horus would also fall to chaos. Already suffering from some pretty serious daddy issues, Horus gathered half the Space Marine legions to his side and set about waging civil war against the Emperor. This conflict will be known as the Horus Heresy and culminated in a massive invasion of Earth. The Emperor, knowing his forces were outnumbered and on the verge of losing the battle, teleported to Horus's flagship to engage him in mortal combat. Being a sentimental old sod could not bring himself to kill his favourite son. Horus, having no such qualms, beat the snot out of him. Finally, seeing sense, the Emperor killed him with mind bullets and the Loyalists were victorious. Near death, the Emperor was placed in a huge machine known as the Golden Throne, which maintained his psychic essence at the bargain price of the souls of 1,000 assault every single day. The Imperium fell into a state of technological regression and brutal dictatorship, and for 10,000 years has been under siege from all sides by every single nasty the universe can throw at it. Basically, life sucks, there's only war, and you're probably going to get eaten by Tyranids. Have fun.
Yep. Oh damn. That's impressive, yes, indeed. So, yeah, it seems fun. Anyway, let's move on now. But yeah, it does seem quite impressive about the whole Warhammer 40k lore. I didn't realize the Emperor was dead. I thought he was still alive, but I guess not. Anyway, let's have a look at this one. This is called The Might of the The Might of the Munificent. This is a Lego Star Wars stop motion. I've no idea what it is. Oh god, a Christmas advert. Oh god. Right, let's see what this is all about. I think this is set during the Clone Wars, probably.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, the Munificent, as in Grievous's ship.
Survivors.
One of Grievous's ships.
Get us out of here.
Yeah, that probably isn't gonna happen. Oh, the Separatist Munificent, right. Oh, that one. The one that got blown in half by, blown up in half by apparently Obi-Wan and Anakin, when we were like saying, don't worry, we're only flying half a ship. Yep. Yeah, it's a very fun episode, a very fun scene in Revenge of the Sith. Anyway, my fellow subjects, if you enjoyed this, remember to subscribe and, yes, tell me what planets there are in the unknown regions. Because wherever they are, I will most certainly venture out into further territories in space and conquer any worlds that stand against the tyranny of the Daleks outside my own sources, because we're only taking over some part of the Milky Way galaxy. We need to expand our empire. We will always expand our empire. Thanks all for the enjoyable video today. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Dalek Empire, or you will be exterminated. There will be no resistance. I am the god of all Daleks.